plows through that long grass. Oh! Okay, Savage X 4S. First drive. I've not driven this truck yet. Oof. Good power. Yeah, where's that wheelie bar? It really needs a wheelie bar. Drives alright. Pretty good. Oh! Hey, how's that? The body has gone over the bumper, hasn't it? Yes, it has. There we go. All good. Brakes are strong. Maybe too strong. Yeah, that'll be easy on the brakes. Maybe I can do that with the endpoint adjustment. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can fix that up. Alright, let's see how that feels. Also, throttle endpoint wasn't set all the way to max. And we can see that now. Yeah, there we go, that's better. So brakes are much nicer now. Yeah, there we go. See, it's not doing the endos anymore. But just on 4S, this thing's wanting to pop the front wheels up so easy. I can't even go full speed with this. How's 6S going to be? This is good though. Plenty of power, plenty of punch. The servo's a little slow. So changing direction. And there's not a huge turning circle on there, like a huge turning angle, so it takes a little bit. You got to steer with the steering as much as you do with the throttle to get that rear end to pop around. But that's the high center of gravity monster truck, especially with the short wheelbase. That's how they are. Oh, picked up a hitchhiker. Plenty of power though. Tyres are good. Tyres are good. Let's see how they perform on the gravel. Alright, let's get airborne. Okay, here we go. Yeah, tyres are good here. Straight away you can tell. Jumps well. Seems to be pretty well behaved in the air, which is nice. Here I can go full speed with it because I'm breaking traction a little bit. Oh! And that was our first jump. Not enough authority to bring the nose up. Straight nose plant. Holy smokes. Let's try that again, shall we? It survived. The bumpers did their job. Let's go again. That's better. Alright. Yeah. I just finished driving the Kronos, and the Kronos obviously has a different attitude in the air, and this one caught me off guard. And that body has gone over the bumper again. That's annoying. Surprisingly, the body survived that nose impact. It took it all on the front bumper. Front bumper did its job. So she's all good. She's all good. Oh, again! It has a massive kick up. Again, it catches me off guard. I can't do too many more like that, surely. It just kicked up the rear like nuts. All right, so we got to keep that throttle on. Got to keep that throttle on. That's good, that's good, that's good. Man, that took 2 nasty hits so far. So, savage tough. That's good. Oh, we've got enough for backflips on this. Maybe not on this jump, but we've got enough. Yeah, it definitely has a kick up. Now, I did change the suspension slightly from stock. I put about 7 mil worth of spacers on the back, and I think I did 2.5 mil on the front compared to what the factory stock settings are. So that may be contributing to it, I'm not sure. I just didn't want the truck to squat too much in the back, but okay, here we go. Let's try the bigger one. Oof. All right, so it's behaved itself there. Just plows through that long grass. Oh! I thought, oh, hey, have I broken it? Hang on. Yeah, I have. Oh no, I've broken it. That's it. That, oh, almost. I've broken a link or something. What have I done? What have I done? Yeah, that was a bad attempt at a backflip. What have I done? Yeah, the link. Oh no, it's popped out. No breakage. It's popped out. We can pop it back in. Okay, it's all fixed. So we're good to go again. Let's see how we can do this here. Come on. I'm really having trouble with the steering, to be honest. I think the servo saver might be too loose, or the servo might not be strong enough. There's some things up, because I'm struggling to really line this up properly. The tyres are gripping. But one of those things is not quite right. Those glide through the air really nice once you launch it correctly. Yeah, got that. Good. Can do backflips on 4S. Hoppa! And what? I'm low voltage already? Can't be. Alright, so my pinions come loose, as you'll see here. Thankfully the pinion is still in there, so we'll be able to go back to the car, get this fixed up in like 2 minutes and be back out here again. Alright, pinion's back in. And I think I'm starting to hear the clutch starting to slip actually. Or maybe it's just that the pinion now is a little bit damaged. Maybe it just sounds a bit weird. Ugh, it doesn't sound great. It's got a very stringy whine. Oh. No. No, that is something else. Either that's the pinion come loose again, or we've got diff issues. Yeah, okay, I'm going to stop myself here just really quickly because there was actually no diff issues with the truck whatsoever. It was actually the pinion that was being completely destroyed during that run due to some motor mount screws being loose. If you're watching this and you've got one of these trucks, hopefully you can rectify this issue before the same thing happens to you. So I'm going to take the body off here very quickly and kind of explain to you what's happened with my truck. So you can see that this has got like this motor clamp system going on here. So these two clamps are kind of bolted onto the bottom plate that you see back there, and it's done so with 4 screws. There are 2 here and 2 back here. 1, 2, and 3 screws had worked themselves loose. They were basically just hanging in there. They weren't even tight or anything like that. This was the only one that was actually tight. I actually had to crank on it a little bit to really undo it. But the other 3 was completely loose, and there was no Loctite on these screws either, which is a little bit of a letdown. So if you can imagine that with only 1 screw out of 4 being tight, as I'm running the truck, the motor is kind of free to pivot on that 1 tight screw, and it's pulled itself away from the spur gear. Now thankfully the spur gear is totally fine, however the pinion is not so good. This one is pretty much ready for the bin. As you can see there, it got completely destroyed during that run as it was making all that noise. Now, of course, it worked itself loose from the motor shaft, and you know, I was only sort of thinking about, okay, it's come loose from the motor shaft. I never really wiggled the motor or checked to see if it was actually, you know, in position, and I probably should have. And you know, it's one of these things that you kind of overlook. I was in the rush. I was trying to get the video done, and I was just focusing on the grub screw not being tight, and I didn't check the motor mount, and that was the end result. So I've replaced the pinion sensor, of course, and I've put Loctite on those screws and made sure that they're not coming loose again. Now this is a 16-tooth pinion that comes standard with the truck. Unfortunately, I didn't have another 16-tooth pinion. I know that I've got them, but they're probably all in my cars at the moment. But I did have a 15 and I had a 17. And of course, we're not going to gear down, so I put a 17-tooth in there. I'm obviously going to get a little bit more top end speed, but I think it's not big enough of a difference that's going to sort of create any issues here. So the truck is fine. I tested it up and down my driveway, and it worked totally okay. It didn't have any sort of weird noises or anything like that. It's working totally fine. I'm not a big fan of the steering at the moment. I think I may have a loose servo saver or something like that, but I'll address that at a later stage. But as it stands right now, the truck is totally fine, ready to go again. And I'm just waiting for some nice weather on my days off, and then I'll head out there and get you guys some more running footage. But for now, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button before you go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, I'll be speaking to you all next time.